All right, last but certainly not least is accountability. I think that you'll find that this will promote a cohesive classroom environment, teach students how to communicate with one another face to face, as I think many teachers are seeing in their classrooms that students actually are struggling with this a little bit. And so there are a couple ways to go about this. One model: you shouldn't be on your phone. I shouldn't be on my phone all the time. During downtime when students are taking a test or going through questions or a worksheet discussion, etc. And I think modeling the behavior, showing them, hey, I downloaded Staying Focused, I've turned off notifications on my phone, or hey, see that little basket up there? You have the choice of checking your phone in the basket or calculator pouch. I'm going to do the same. I've decided today I'm not going to look at my phone at all. And I think this contributes to your environment of your classroom. It creates a relationship with your students that you're committed to this for reasons beyond just the need to control things in your room. Sometimes I think students interpret us teachers as just trying to control them and micromanage them, but instead showing them that you're adopting this as a lifestyle, that this goes beyond just the learning in my classroom, though that's obviously incredibly important. Next, create accountability groups within your classroom. We put students in groups all the time to work on projects and assignments and for jigsaw activities and whatnot. So why not also have these accountability groups? The structure is already there in a lot of classrooms, and challenge students to hold yourself and their peers accountable. Call each other out. Students love calling out teachers and their peers all the time when they mess up. And so let's use that to our advantage. I know students love pointing out the mistakes that we make, right? They're going through this process of growing up and becoming more aware of the world around them. And we err as humans all the time. And I find that a lot of students have a pleasure in pointing this out. So use that to your advantage. And then incentivize students. Competition. Boy, don't kids love competition. Maybe it could be, all right, the entire class period, we're going to hold one another accountable. We're going to go a day or a week without any distractions, and students receive a reward, whatever that might be. Pizza, going outside for class, something that they don't normally get to do or have during the class period. But you can come up with something that's best for you. Again, this promotes an environment that is not distracted and one in which you can set yourself up to actually use the smartphones well, because I'm not advocating for this environment where we never use phones, but the idea that we're freeing ourselves up a little bit. I am a social studies teacher, and I find that there's a lot of things I can use phones for with my content. It lends itself really well to class discussion, but using them appropriately. So, all right, accountability groups, we're going to get out our phones and we're going to have a class discussion on Tocqueville and democracy in America. But make sure that students in your group are using their phones for research on that topic and nothing else. Or we're going to play a little Kahoot game. But make sure, again, you're not using your phone for something else. Turn off that text message notification so that while you're using the application called Kahoot, you will find that you're focused just on the game and nothing else that the smartphone can do. Those kinds of things. Again, promoting management, promoting self-regulation, promoting the students to become their own person who they can make choices and be responsible. I find when you give students responsibility, they rise to the occasion. They want high expectations. They want to show you that they can handle this. And so approaching this in a positive light instead of a negative one, I think will do our profession a world of good. Please click on the next video. It's just a brief tutorial about the next Google slide presentation. It's a brief tutorial on how to use an application called Kahoot. It's a way to assess students in the classroom. I've been promising in my whole entire lecture here that the distracted classroom, the advantages of that are you can use your smartphone technology for good. And that's one of my favorite applications. It's super easy. So when you are finished, please check it out. Thanks for listening, and I hope you found this presentation helpful.